ANC is celebrating its 107th birthday today. The continent's oldest liberation movement has deployed its top brass to KwaZulu-Natal, its biggest supporter base. Well, this comes ahead of the January 8th statement on Saturday, which coincide with the party's manifesto launch. ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and provincial officials will be at the Pinetown taxi rank this morning. Yesterday, they campaigned on the south coast, where the president addressed the Masinenge community and visited a taxi rank in Port Shepstone. Our colleague, ANC reporter Aldrin Sampier, is in Pinetown for us this morning, and he's been up and about having a look at what's been happening in that taxi rank. As you can see, the hustle and the bustle has begun. And Aldrin, we are joining you now as we see the cameraman busy walking about trying to get visuals of the officials who are already there. Has the president arrived yet? What is the hustle and bustle about at this stage?
Well, it's quite a bit of a scrum here with the president arriving here at the Pinetown taxi rank. People trying to take pictures and trying to tell the president as well about their concerns. One lady, for instance, was speaking about how she does not have a job and was asking the president, Mr. President, I need a job. And those are some of the issues, I guess, that the ANC's manifesto will have to deal with in terms of how does the ANC respond to some of these demands that some of the residents of this area, as well as a national problem, I guess, when it comes to the issue around jobs. We know that the unemployment rate has increased, and that's what the ANC will have to respond to. And as well, taking into consideration that you have the issue around the state of the economy as well, how does the ANC respond to that? Although the ANC celebrates its 107th birthday today, what is important is that this is an election year. I'm going to try and see whether we can get the president to quickly comment on the ANC's birthday. Mr. President, the ANC celebrates its 107th birthday this year. How do you feel?
We feel great, and as you can see, even the people here in the streets know that this is the ANC's birthday. And earlier they were singing Happy Birthday, ANC. So this is a great day for us. It's a really fantastic day, and we are particularly pleased to be here in KZN, where there's a very jubilant mood, a happy mood, and the people expressing their support for the African National Congress. So we are warmed by that, and we are particularly pleased that there are so many people. I've got to go to them now, because many people are waiting for me to come and greet them.
The slogan of this manifesto.
I'm very happy. I am very happy. This is a very special day. It's not, a birthday doesn't come every day. And when you start the year with the ANC's birthday, it bodes well for the rest of the year, and particularly when there is such exuberance and excitement and just the outpouring of the love of the ANC, which is what we are seeing here. And so this pleases us. It even humbles us that the people of KZN here in Pinetown are so enthusiastically behind the ANC. So this is humbling. We're going to have a fantastic celebration.
So the fill up Mabhida thing is happening?
Well, Mabhida is going to be filled and it's going to overflow. Our mayor is here, and we are pulling out all stops. So Moses Mabhida is going to overflow. And it's going to be a great celebration indeed.
Mr. President, the manifesto on building South Africa together, it's not just about the ANC building the country, but it's about every individual.
This is consistent with our 54th conference call, that we must mobilize society, we must bring society together, and we must work together, which is what we've been seeking to do the whole of last year. So building up to our manifesto now, with this theme, let's grow South Africa together. It resonates so well with what we are about, what we are doing, and what our people expect across the various spectrums. And we are saying, you don't only have to be ANC to build South Africa, you should just be a South African to come together with us. And the rallying call of Tumamina means that every South African is being sent to do something to build our country. We are at a very critical stage of economic growth and social cohesion, and we therefore want every South African from every corner of the country to join hands so that we grow South Africa together.
Thank you so much. The president there of the ANC and the president of the country. Very important what the president mentioned there is that building South Africa is not only about the role that the ANC plays, but also about the role that the individuals play themselves. And when the party launches its manifesto, how exactly will the party get that message across if you take into consideration that some people argue that if you look at some of the resolutions that were taken during the 54th conference of the party in Nasrec, when it comes to land expropriation, for instance, that some people argue that this is a policy that is very divisive. How does the ANC articulate this policy to such an extent that you don't experience what some people have argued may become an exodus of white people? And you've seen the document that the leaked document from the Thabo Mbeki Foundation, for instance, where the author of that document argues that if you look at the land expropriation clause of the ANC and the resolution, it almost sounds as though what the ANC is saying is take land away from white people and give to black people.
And a key message is there indeed, Aldrin, from Cyril Ramaphosa, the ANC president, as he's on his charm offensive there in Pinetown this morning, talking economy as well. They need to grow the economy and talking about the need for social cohesion.
Social cohesion, very important, because we know that there's been this resurgence of racism. And if you look, for instance, on social media as well, and some people say that these are faceless people on Twitter, on social media, who are very racist. But this is also a reflection of this racism that finds itself, whether it is in the workplace, whether it is in communities and so forth, because there are certainly people behind these Twitter handles. And how do we, as a country, ensure that we have social cohesion, that we bring everybody on board to ensure that we build this country? And as the ANC's manifesto go on to say, that the manifesto that we launch later this week, it speaks about building South Africa together as South Africans, whether it is from another political party. After all, this is our country, and we have to build this country together, and we need to pride ourselves in this country, which is South Africa. And when we have politicians who find themselves on the wrong side of the law, how do we ensure that those politicians are held accountable? And I guess one of those methods of holding people accountable will be at the ballot box during the month of May. A date is yet to be set, and that's when people will decide whether they're still happy with the governing party or whether they'd like a new political party to come through and take the country forward. Okay, well, we'll wait and see. Now, we'll let you go now, Aldrin, so you can cover the rest of the president's walkabout there ahead of that Moses Mabhida January 8th statement celebration on Saturday. Whether or not the ANC will manage to surpass Casper Nyovest, fill it up kind of message, will be seen on Saturday. Thank you very much. Aldrin Sampier, our reporter on the ground at the taxi rank in Pinetown, tracking President Cyril Ramaphosa as the ANC leader on the charm offensive in the KZN, marking 107th years old today. That's the ANC partner.